Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome yourselves back to the YouTube channel. We are doing the For the Love of Nerds podcast, and we are back with returning guest. It's been a couple of years, but he is back. It is Christopher Addolorato. Hi, Christopher. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Good. I'm glad to have you back. I think it's like the third time we've spoke, but like I said, it's been a couple of years and a lot to catch up on. So, Christopher, do you want to introduce yourself and just tell the audience a bit about yourself?
My name's Chris, and many people, well, I don't know how many people, but I'm known online as a Grunt or General Grunt on various places on the interwebs. I specialize in puppeteering, puppet building, and puppet videos. And I've been doing this for over 20 years, which makes me feel really old. Uh, um, but I've been on YouTube the longest, and I just do stupid puppet videos on YouTube. I'm also known as the Transfatalvania guy to some, and not recently, but another character I'm sort of synonymous with is Puppet King K. Rool from Donkey Kong. I built a King K. Rool puppet years ago, and that has sort of taken on a little life of its own. Um, so if you know me, so some will know me as Grunt, some will know me as Puppet K. Rool, but it's all one mad world, and basically.
Well, yes, and like we've spoken in the past, and your work is really good. Obviously, it's a massive take on the world of Transylvania, and there's a lot of other stuff you've thrown in there, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously the main question is obviously what sort of work have you been working on? Again, like I said, it's been a couple of years. So what have you been working on since say 2024?
Wow, 2024. That's wow. That long? Holy man, I'm old. It's funny when we log on to Zoom, I thought, oh, this brings back so many bad COVID memories, but hopefully, yeah. Where to begin? So I think 3 or 4 years ago, um, my lovely mother messaged me on Facebook, and she said, they're building a TV studio in our town, right? And I'm like, what? And so she sent me the link, and this television studio, a film and TV studio, opened up in my town. Now, the day she told me about this was also our town sort of holiday. It's called Kings Park Day, and it's like
Okay.
a flea market. It's like a carnival. It's like just a town fair. But they were going to be there, so I figure, well, all right, if I'm gonna take a shot at this, I might as well go all in. So I brought my main character puppet Grunt, who you will see plenty of on my YouTube channel, and I found the little booth um, at the event, and I basically went up behind the director with the puppet, and with the puppet's little stubby arm tapped on his shoulder, he turns around and I go, "Who the hell are you?" And basically hired me on the spot. Um, I went in for an interview as an intern, and 2 or 3 years later, I lost count. I am now the prop master puppet designer of the studio. It's
Wow.
called Tin. Yeah, it's called Tin Mirror Studios. TIN Mirror, like looking yourself in the mirror. And the crazy thing is, if I walk, it's 8 minutes away from my house. It's literally right next door,
Oh wow.
and it's the craziest thing. Um, so I've been working there for a while. I work with amazing people, like just great, great people, and I already have some credits under my belts. I designed a set for a kid show. Um, and interestingly enough, it was a full size set for live action actors. So it wasn't like my normal puppet sets where it was just half scale. I actually had to build for the first time human-sized sets, and that got filmed, and that's that's got the pilot filmed. Um, yeah, I was an extra. One of the first things I was an extra in one of their movies, so that was pretty cool. They had to finish up shoot, and they needed extra, so I was an extra. That was like my first sort of credit gig. And now, we're working on a project I really can't talk too much about, um, but it's very big, and yeah, I can't tell you anything about it.
Okay. All the
Yeah,
MDNAs, NDAs, NDAs. What it is?
yeah, it's that's the way that I'm in the industry now. Um, but I've been working on that. So that's like what I've been doing now. And then I also recently got a gig. There's a YouTube channel called Ask Mario, and it's an animated sort of YouTube channel where it's a fan channel where people ask the Mario Cast questions and they answer them. And I was contacted by them to audition for the role of King K. Rool from Donkey Kong Country,
Right.
and I got the part. So now I'm voicing unofficially King K. Rool. Um, so that because for those of you who don't know, King K. Rool is my favorite fictional character in all of media. Um, and that's actually he was the inspiration for my main character Grunt. So I always say without Donkey Kong and in turn King K. Rool, my career wouldn't have happened the way it did. So I owe a lot to that. But yeah, so I'm voicing King K. Rool finally. Not officially, although I would love to voice him officially. If the opportunity arises. This is my K. Rool voice for those of you who don't know. Um and now I'm back to my regular voice. So I'm doing that. Yeah. I can switch on a dime.
It's
And then
amazing. It's amazing how you can do
and
it.
then also recently I learned how to make video games. Like in the last 2 or 3 years, I can actually make my own retro games. So I have an itch.io page with a few really stupid Game Boy and Nintendo homebrews. I'll talk about them if you want.
I saw one
Um,
on your Facebook.
yes,
The
OJ cart.
the car one, yeah, where you go left to right and you have to avoid
Yeah,
the
so
holes.
that one,
Yeah.
yeah, that one's called OJ Kart Bronco Dash, and the whole thing is basically a virtual sim of OJ Simpson's Bronco chase.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, if you yeah. So I tried to think of my character Grunt is a very evil, horrible character. He's a crocodile vampire, but he's also a dictator, and he's 10,000 years old, and he's been a plague on humanity for 10,000 years. But one of the things he did was he was one of OJ's lawyers, so he was friends with OJ Simpson. So I tried to think of what kind of video games would my character be playing, and the joke should be they're all horrible or they're all stupid. So I actually just did the object of OJ Kart is it's kind of like a spoof of Mario Kart, but not really in the title. So
Yeah.
basically, you're controlling the white Bronco, and you have to avoid potholes and traffic cones and roadkill. But you have to avoid that by going left and right, and then to collect points and to increase your health, you collect OJ's golf clubs and the glove, the bloody glove. It's I have a very dark sense of humor, as you can tell.
Yeah, but that goes with the vibe of the whole
Oh
grunt
yeah,
and Transylvania, so it all makes
yeah.
sense. So,
Yep, yep. But I have other games that are just stupid. Like I have Fat Dracula. That was another one that I did. Fat Dracula, which is basically just about an obese Dracula, and you have to keep feeding him until he breaks through the floor and lands on his steak. So that's
brilliant.
actually my most popular game. Um, what other one? I have a couple of titles involving Boris Yeltsin, who was the the president of Russia who drank himself to death. That's how much of a drunk he was. But I did a Boris Yeltsin Quidditch and Boris Yeltsin Flappy Bird.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's basically just spoofing those games, but just have Boris Yeltsin in it. I actually had an idea for another one. Boris Yeltsin goes skiing, which I thought would be funny. Um, yeah, and another game that I haven't made yet, but I'm contemplating making it. It's like a Mortal Kombat kind of game, only instead of a whole roster of characters, you can either be the Titanic or the iceberg. And yeah, it's literally it would be like an iceberg with arms and legs versus a Titanic with arms and legs in a wrestling ring. Like if
That
I'm
is,
really
uh,
and I'm really messed up, like I'm almost contemplating having those two. If you win the game or do something, you unlock a third fighter, which is the Ocean Gate submarine that blew up. I'm sorry, those morons should not have done that. I'm sorry, they should not have done that. That whole thing just was like, oh my god.
that was a weird situation. That was just. I
I
feel like
mean, it's
the
like,
documentary just
why
made
would you
it
do
sound worse.
that?
I don't even know.
First, first of all, I'm terrified of the ocean. Like, you could not. This is an interesting fact about me. I don't go anywhere near the ocean. I don't go to a beach. I I don't go. Oh, camera went off.
Oh, what's that? There we go. I'm back.
There you are. There you're back. Um, yeah, I'm terrified of the ocean. Shockingly enough, I don't go to beaches. I don't go near the water. I don't go on boats. I don't go on cruises. I just the the idea that we know more about outer space than we do our own ocean terrifies me. Like it's
Yeah,
not like sharks or it's like what's eating the sharks. Yeah, we don't know what's down there.
that's
No
true.
one knows what's down there. Godzilla could be real for all we know. It's unlikely, but you don't know. It's
Uh,
not likely, but you don't know.
that's
It could be,
true. It could be very likely.
and also I'm not. And I look, I don't want to know if that's the case, and I don't want to wake it up. Like I don't want to know what's down there, and I hope we don't wake up what's down there because it's
Yeah, but it'd be like
yeah.
way deep, 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 right to the
Well, if it
deep.
could live down there, it could come to the surface. I don't know. I just
Yeah, I
the
don't even.
the ocean scares me. Like just I don't go. Yeah, no. Just
Yeah,
which is weird because Jaws is one of my favorite movies. It's odd. I'm terrified of the ocean, but when Jaws is on, I have to watch the whole thing. I don't know why. I mean, it's weird. Like that's like one of my favorite movies because everyone has movies that when it comes on the TV, you have to watch the whole thing. Like
yeah.
everyone has that list of movies. Like what are your favorite? Like if you're watching TV and a movie comes on, what's the movie that like you, oh I have to watch this whole movie now if it's on?
I'd say some examples are Goonies. Love when Goonies comes on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Even weird ones like that I wouldn't normally sit through on a regular basis, like King Kong. You know, the 2005
You
one.
oh the Peter Jackson one.
Yeah, I actually love that. I mean, it's a long film, but I love that film. Or Harry
That
Potter as well.
see the King. You mentioned Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Yeah,
That is one of the greatest. Like it's a remake of the original 30 King
yeah,
Kong, but it is one of the greatest remakes I've ever seen. But
I
it
agree.
is very long. It is
Yeah,
very long. But with that aside, it is one of the. I will tell you this: there's only two times a monkey actually made me cry.
Caesar and Kong.
No, no, no. So it's Peter Jackson's King Kong at the end. Spoiler alert. Well, it's how many years? Who cares? The monkey dies. So King Kong dies at the end of that. That made me cry like a baby.
Yeah.
And the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza, the new Donkey Kong game. But
Oh,
that was a
okay.
good cry. That was a heartwarming cry. I'm like, oh my god.
Wait, Donkey Kong died in a kids game.
No, 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 no. He doesn't. He doesn't die. It's a
Oh.
heartwarming ending. Like I cried tears of joy. It wasn't.
Oh.
No, Donkey Kong doesn't die in Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Right.
No,
I was
no.
like,
Darth
what?
Vader comes out and he's DK's father. No, I'm kidding about that too. Oh my god.
You know,
Um.
you know
Yeah.
what's Planet of the
Mine.
Apes?
Oh yeah, well, so the movies that when they come on, I have to watch. So here's the list. So Jaws is one of them. Um, Planet of the Apes, the original with Charleston Heston.
The 60s,
Um,
60s.
the '60s Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes, the
yeah,
first one, because that has one of the greatest twist endings of all time. Like, get off. We were. I'm home. You blew it up. Damn you! But like,
yeah.
if you didn't know, the ending of that movie, it's like, oh my god, like it's one of the greatest twist endings ever. So yeah, Planet of the Apes. And shockingly enough, the original Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka and the
Oh,
Chocolate Factory.
love that film.
I will tell you right now, it's gonna shock you. That's my favorite movie of all time. Number one.
It doesn't
There's a
surprise
reason
me
for
though.
it.
Yeah, that's good though.
There's a reason for it. So when I was in the first grade, my teacher, I'll never forget this, she did a play of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I played Willy Wonka, and that was really my first introduction into acting and performing. So and that movie, like, yeah, just that was like, I will tell you, they made a new one recently, Wonka with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet.
Now I watched it in the theater because it's a Willy Wonka movie. Like, I had to have seen it, and I knew a little about it. I knew that it was like a prequel to the Gene Wilder one. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Now I'm a critic. I'm going and I'm like, look, I will be the harshest critic of this. If it's bad, I will tell you it's bad. If it's great, I'll tell you it's great. I sat there, I cried 5 times.
Oh wow.
So I cried the opening when they played the instrumental of Pure Imagination. I'm like, oh god, here we go, come the waterworks. There's a part in the beginning I saw, there's this little Easter egg, but that one got me. And then at the very end, it's like a 3 punch to the gut cry. Like, it's like you have the tearjerker moment of like, oh my god, Wonka's gonna make his factory. You have the Pure Imagination, they sing that,
Yeah.
and then at the very end, you see the chocolate factory forming, and I'm just like, oh my god. I was hysterical. And so in turn, that movie was fucking amazing. Um like here's how I rank my Willy Wonkas. It's Gene Wilder's number one. He will never be topped. Timothy Chalamet, he was very good as Wonka. Like, he wasn't Gene Wilder, but he had that, he felt like a Wonka.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Um Crispin Glover in Epic Movie
Yeah.
because even he was better than Johnny Depp.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh,
as bad as Epic Movie was, his portrayal of Wonka was better than Johnny Depp's.
oh no, Johnny's not that bad.
I mean, look, I understand he was trying to do something different, but I mean, he was not a good Wonka. I'm sorry.
He's very
It's like,
eccentric, so that's why I think.
yeah, I mean, look, I Johnny Depp's a good actor, just he wasn't the right fit for Willy Wonka. That's how
Hmm.
I look at it. Like, I'll give you an example. I love the classic Universal monster movies like Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolfman.
Yeah,
And like, if you're a fan of those movies, there's sequels to the certain franchise. Like, there's like 12 Frankenstein movies. There's
yeah.
like 5 Dracula in that era, in the black and white Universal era. So, my favorite Dracula was Bela Lugosi, the original. Well, he wasn't technically the first Dracula, but he was the first Dracula to have the name Dracula, because Nosferatu, Count Orlok, played by Max Schreck, um, that technically is a Dracula movie. So, little
Oh, okay.
history. So there's a movie it was made in the 1920s. It's actually, I think, one of the oldest movies ever made. It's over 100 years old, so it's called Nosferatu.
He
And
remade that recently, didn't he?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the original Nosferatu was originally going to be a Dracula movie.
Right.
But what happened was Bram Stoker's widow, I'm sorry, Bram Stoker's wife wouldn't allow it. But the director, F.W. Murnau, wanted to make it anyway. So what he did was he changed all the characters' names and altered
Oh,
the story slightly to skirt copyright, but it's essentially the same. It follows the same story as Dracula.
right. Okay.
Well, Bram Stoker's widow found out about this, sued him, won, and ordered all copies to be destroyed. But thankfully, a few survived, and that's why we still have the movie today. But that is technically the first